Today's episode is brought to you by Speculative Fiction Collectibles, also known as Spec Fiction Collectibles. You can find them on Facebook or check out their website and see all their pre-orders and everything they have in stock. I'll include a link in the description below. Their customer service is amazing, and I've really enjoyed using this company for ordering my statues. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're getting into these life-size Street Fighter busts by PCS. This is the life-size Ryu and the life-size Akuma. These pieces are incredible, and I actually didn't really plan on getting these, but I came across them for a ridiculous deal on eBay. It was such a good deal that I ended up just getting them anyway. So that was super cool, but I'm glad to have them because they have such a commanding presence, and I think it's going to look really good in the shop with the Street Fighter display. So without further ado, let's get into Akuma here. Here he is, full 360. I like the back tattoo design printed on the back of the base there. And yeah, this thing is humongous and just commands so much presence. I really ended up loving these pieces. So as you can see, we're going to go ahead and start with him here. The mixed media of his I guess his robe and the beads around his neck are giant wooden, real wooden balls. And it has like a rope twine mixed media vibe connecting the necklace together. So this thing is just incredible, and the eyes light up. We'll show you how that happens in just a second, but I really wanted you to see how it is when he's looking right at you and just looks like he's ready to fight and do his thing. Again, these things just really hit really hard in person, and for the deal I got, I just couldn't pass them up. But I'm really glad I got to experience these in person, because I've seen some videos of these, but these were so much cooler in person than I thought they were going to be. Here is a close-up of the mixed media. It's an actual fabric that's really stiff and kind of hard. I don't know how they did that, but it seems like there's something inside of it that's keeping it in shape and keeping it on the bust. This is a close-up of the skin paint, which I think is pretty good. In my opinion, I think it could use a little bit more shadowing. It's a little flat, but I do like all the freckling and the different inconsistencies of the skin. Here's a close-up of the wooden beads around his neck. They are very solid and kind of heavy, and it's really cool. It really looks like something he would actually wear. Here's another shot. You can see some of that twine rope. It's about a 1/4 inch thick, and I love the wear on the outer edges of the beads. It just looks like they've seen a lot of action and a lot of movement while he's wearing them. And here's the back where you actually do tie the beads around his neck. It's just so much easier to tie it around than fit it over the head, so very easy to do. Here's a close-up of the back graphic. This is the tattoo on Akuma's back, so it's cool that they put the print on there. I thought that was a really nice touch. And here is the head, or the hair rather. The sculpt is amazing. I wish the points of the hair were a little pointier, but the grooves and the cuts are really deep and sharp. And this back ponytail actually pops off, as you can see right here, and that's where the batteries go, and that's the switch for inside the head. Now, as always, I'm gonna wish that they put the switch in a easier to get place, because I do display these up nice and high, so his eyes basically will never get turned on. Now, the teeth is what stole the show for me with this. It's kind of like a translucent, almost marbly resin. They're super wet and just really believable as like a true teeth. Like, they just look so realistic in person, and for something this big, I think they're just really incredible. Here are the detail of the eyes lit up. You can see the reflection around the sculpt, and then just all the crazy chunky pores and the texture. The paint is okay. I think I would give the paint maybe a 6 out of 10. But the detail in the mouth, the detail in the eyes is amazing. I just wish there was a little bit more washes and a little bit of more grime on the skin. He looks a little too clean for me. Also, maybe a little more shadowing. But again, the eyes are just piercing and look incredible. I wish it was a little easier to light them up. And here's a quick shot of the whole face. I love the cuts and grooves on the lips. It just gives it a really good sense of realism, and he's a very believable character when he's sitting in front of you. The face is really impressive. And here's just more anatomy. I love that almost Nosferatu Zod nose. It's very Kentaro Miura vibe of big blocky square nose. Again, the lips and the gums steal the show. Again, here's the hair. I like the paint color. I think the paint is awesome. I do just wish they were a little pointier, a little sharper, but that's just some nitpicky stuff. Here is the COA. Again, this is by PCS. It's number 4 of 350. And let's jump into Ryu here. Now, Ryu is awesome. He is a little simpler, but that doesn't mean he has any less detail. This thing is pretty badass. And again, just really good use of mixed media. You're going to need to use mixed media when you're dealing with a scale this large. I definitely like Ryu's skin a little better. The paint is a lot better. It's a little bit more believable, a little more inconsistent with the freckling and the spotting. And him having a overall more matte and more darker skin tone just makes it a little bit more believable for me. But again, here's a close-up, and you can see the shadowing and the groove of the chest. It's just a little deeper, a little bit more true. And I kind of wish that they channeled this a little bit more with Akuma. But yeah, I absolutely love this thing. This is the mixed media headband and some more mixed media on the gi itself that he's wearing. It's absolutely perfect, and they starched the hell out of it. So it's fabric, but it's really hard and stiff, and it doesn't move around and slide around, which I liked. This is the back. Now, there were some stickers, these little black stickers that went over the screws, but they were gone whenever I got this piece, so I might have to kind of custom make those and replace those. Here's a little bit more of that mixed media. Again, I just love the fabric, and I love the texture of it, and you really believe that he's just sitting there right in front of you. Now, as you can see, there is a groove sculpted into the hair for the headband to sit in, which I really love. You can see it here. I kind of actually moved it down so you can see it, but it gives the illusion that the headband is sinking into the hair, and you really believe that it's kind of squeezing into his head and his hair's falling over it. So that was really believable. Now, these eyes are insane. I think these are acrylic eyes. I don't think they're glass, but they are. Everyone compliments these eyes when they see them. They walk right up to it and they just say, wow, look how believable the eyes are. I have to agree with them too. They look straight ahead. His expression is perfect. It's not too over the top, but it's very menacing. And he looks like he's ready to show up and get down to business as we know him in the games. Again, the eyes are incredible. The skin texture, paint on his face, I think it's awesome. The lips are good, maybe a little bit more paint in the crack of the mouth just to push that in a little further, but that's just nitpicky stuff. One more close-up of these eyes. You can see the red veins in here. It's just, they're super impressive and done really, really well. This ended up actually being my favorite part of both these busts was Ryu's eyes here. I took a lot of photos because I love how they're actually like a separate piece inside of the eye socket, so it's just mad believable. Like, you really, really believe that those are his eyes. Perfect expression in my opinion. I love the brow. I love the eyebrows coming over the headband. All of that. The hair kind of weaving in and out and on top of the headband is perfect. I think they crushed that. And I really wanted to show these details of the paint of the hair. I mean, look at these tiny little like whips of individualistic hair on the sideburn. From a distance, it really makes it believable and pushes the sculpt a little further. I think that was a really good move. But I wanted you guys to see the head up close with this little curving shot. But the eyes are perfect. They're not kooky. They look right at you and hold eye contact with you when you see them. Here's the COA. Again, number 36 of 300. The Akuma was 350 pieces. So not a huge run. One more quick shot. Now this is how I have them displayed. It's bust number 1. Just a reminder, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, click the like button, and hit that bell notification if you are into these videos. It really helps the channel. Much appreciated. And that's going to wrap it up, guys. Thanks so much for staying around and tuning in for this verse video. Let me know what you think of these two busts and if they really are worth the amount of space they take up. It's a lot of fun. We'll catch you guys on the next one.